Welcome back, my troll fam, to the crazy troll nation of YouTube. This is Chapstick. This is Cotton Candy, scented and flavored. I tried two of the new Sephora eyeliners that I have purchased because I wanted to make sure that they did not irritate my inner rims. And so usually a black does, depending on the brand. But these are the Sephora, it says Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, and it does say waterproof. This shade that we did, this lower line and upper and lower inner rims, the shade is 01 Matte Black. This side, lower lash line and upper and lower rims are hard to read because the print is in white. Number 25 Matte Light Green Matte. What does that say? Lime Green Matte. So that's what this is. And y'all, it showed up on my waterline. Like usually shades like this don't. And so I'm really excited about these. And these are the other ones that we have to try. And so since the lime green showed up on my waterline, I'm hoping that these two will as well. These I haven't opened yet, but I'm excited that they did not irritate my inner rims. What we're going to be using today, the Polter-Guys palette. And I was looking at this. I did not know what to do with it because it's like, I don't remember like what the colors look like. I mean, I know this was like a grayish and whatever, but so what I'm going to do, we're going to do quads. We're going to do a look with these 4 shades. The next look, not in this video, unless for some reason this video is super short, because we're going to do a look with this palette, then with Bog Witch, and then with some kind of haunted. So all of that is going to be in this video. Depending on the length, once, some kind of haunted is done, we may roll back around to this one. But we are still going to do more looks with this one and Bog Witch and some kind of haunted. But so my thought was, this look, we're going to do these 4 shades. The next look, whatever video, whether this one or not, we're going to do these 4 shades. The third look, we're going to do these 4 shades. Ooh, stuck my finger in it. These 4 shades, because I was looking at it like, I don't know what the heck to do, and I do want to make sure I use all the shadows, and so I am really excited about it. I have brushes pulled out, I have a plan, but what I need to do, which I should have did before the video, we're going to put black over here just to even it out, because this will affect how the shadow looks that we're going to put under here. But I am just super excited that these did not irritate my inner rims. So I read the title of that one. The other Sephora ones I have, they say 12-hour waterproof retractable eyeliners, and so they're labeled different, and these don't have a smudge cap on the bottom, which I don't use the smudge thing anyway. And so they are definitely, well, I think they're different formulas because they're titled different. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to I was debating whether or not to put the lime green over here on the waterline, because I think this lime green is still going to shine through. And I do want them to look as even as possible. I don't know, y'all. But you know what? And these have been on for, I think, about an hour. And it looks like it did when I applied it. I'm going to put some of the lime green on this eye just to even it out. But then I think it's going to make it look too bright though. And so maybe not. Let's see. But we are putting shadow under here, so it may. Yeah, and I apologize I didn't do this before I started the video. As usual, there will be timestamps below. So if you're just like, girl, skip to the damn video, you can just skip, even though I do hope that you will stay, but there is that option. So I think this is as close as we're going to get. And so I'm going to tell you what else is on my face, and then we're going to jump into the look. Y'all, I did a lot. I did like super all the things. We used Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer. We use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. The shade I use is 4 in 2. And we set the we set the face with Fashion Fair Set It Loose Powder Truly Tawny, which is almost done. I'm just like, wow. And then we used House Labs. No. Then we used the Esom thing. I'm not going to do this for all the clips. I'm not going to go through everything that we used. We used the Esom thing, and we used all of them in here. We just started at the lightest shade and worked our way down. And then we did Haus Labs Deep Level 10. We used as a bronzer and as a contour on the perimeter of the face. Then we used Haus Labs Medium Level 7, sort of as a blush, very lightly. So we put 10 here, 7 we put here. So not quite all the way up where blush goes, but then we picked at random semi, because the first one my hand touched was Watermelon Bliss, and I'm like, I don't want something that red. So then we put Lavender Blonde, just like this area here. And I think this is a natural look, but wait, as an infomercial, there's more. Then we used Haus Labs highlighter and golden pyrite. So that's in this area on both sides. Then, I know y'all, Hourglass Radiant Light for under eye, and to set the entire face. So when I say we did like super all the things, we did. And then we sprayed the face with the Scandinavia setting spray, and that one is the bridal one. So that is everything on our face. So I'm going to prime the lids, do the intro, and then we're going to jump into this look. So again, I didn't pick out a lip though, but I did pick out an eyeliner to use. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube, and this is the Fenty eyeshadow primer, the only primer I use. The Crazy Troll Nation, the crazy is if you do videos, just knowing it's okay to let your authentic personality shine through, not trying to be something or someone that you're not, knowing it's okay just to be yourself. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards, because you may hear, you have to do this, you must use this product, you have to use this tool, you have to use this technique if you want your makeup to look nice or elevated, whatever the word is now that, you know, people are saying. And I'm here to tell you that you don't. You set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever you want to, however you want to, because your makeup needs to be on in a way that you are satisfied with it. So that's the troll part. It's just wearing what you want to, using whatever tools or techniques you want to, and just rocking it. Here, what we stand for is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. So that in a nutshell, well, actually that's the whole shell, the whole bag of nuts of what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. Being who you are, loving yourself for it, and just owning it. If you're new, I need to let you know I do curse sometimes here on my channel, because I curse sometimes, period. So let's get into this look. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, there's a lot of information down below. There's a lot of links below. I think at this point, most of them are affiliated. And other information, and just, you know, what this channel is about and things like that, and what else you'll see here, that type of stuff. And yeah, and there will be playlists of interest down below. So I'm excited to add these palettes to my Notoriously Morbid. Did I say Morbid? My Notoriously Morbid playlist. And I don't think, as of right now, I'm not going to do a playlist for each individual Notoriously Morbid palette as I've done for all my other brands, but we're going to see. It depends on how many looks we start pumping out, because I do want things to be easy for you to find. So nutshell, a lot of information down below. If you're interested in joining, there's a link to see what the perks are for that, and of course I would like you to subscribe, share, comment, all of that. So let's get into it. Since this looks like it's lighter, this is a Fenty 230 brush, excuse me for that. So we're going to put this on the first portion of the lid. I'm excited because I don't know what this is going to look like. So we're just pressing. Wow, like this I'm excited, and I'm getting to the point where most of my makeup does excite me, and that's what I want. I want it to excite me because it's different or it's unique. And even though, you know, once we swirled in the shades, it did take away some of how the imprint looked. Like, it's still an interesting looking palette, and it is unique. And I'm excited to have it. And I don't think I meant to take that up all the way to the brow. Maybe I did. I don't know. But this is pretty. This is pretty. Okay, let me stop sounding like Rain Man, repeating myself. So we're going to put that brush down. Now we're going to go up to this shade right here. Oh my gosh. And even though these are flaky, not super flaky or super soft, but just swiping lightly and then patting it back in and tapping off, it is picking up on the brush. So what color is this? Because this is a cute monochromatic combination. Y'all know monochromatic is not my preference, but you know what? This is our first time using this palette. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to have it. These are just blending in together. And I do see some fallout, but since I did spray my face, it should just wipe away, especially if these are more flaky versus the soft flakes. So yeah, I do have fallout on both sides. Oh yeah, it's just wiping away for the most part. And there's some that's still there, which is fine, but we can just pretend that, you know, it's highlighter or radiant light or something. So anyway, oh, I got some down here that's not moving. Okay, it moved. Yay me. So we're going to put that brush down. So this is a very simple, easy look. We're going to take an Hourglass number 3 brush, and we're going to go into this shade because it should definitely be darker than these two. So we're going to see, and what we're going to do for this one, we're going to swipe along the blue this way and along the bottom where the red is. And so we're still just really mixing the shades. And this is going to go, ooh, over here. This is a light look, and I know, I think I kept saying how this was grungy. I think it's more goth than grunge because it's not messy, but it can be messy depending on shadow placement and what colors. But looking at it, it's like, what color, what is the color of the shadow? So we're going to drag this up here, and we are going to put that gray, well, what I think is gray, this shade. I did have that for up here, but I'm kind of liking this the way it is. So we're swiping along the blue and along the bottom, and we're going to put this over here. This is nice. They're going on very easy. They're going on very smooth. This one did feel a little gritty, but not so much so that it was bothersome. And it is flaky, but not super flaky. This one is just smooth. This one we're putting on right now. And so I like this. I like how this is looking. So we're going to feather out just a little bit. Whatever's left in the brush. Ooh, I didn't think that much was left in the brush. Wow. Wow. Okay. Ooh, this is really traveling. Ooh. I like this. This side looks like it's higher up, so we're going to just feather a little higher up toward the brow bone. Yep, we're going to leave it right there. So now we're going, I was going to put this, I took these up higher than I thought, but we're still going to just use those for, we're going back to that brush that had that bluish shade, and we're going to just bring that over a little bit more because it looks like this side was further in. Yeah. So we're going to take this one, we're going to swirl. I forget what color this was. And we're going to tap this. I'm hoping it's gray, and I am like on my brows, and so I may need to, okay, that is gray. So I am going to have to go back and reapply my brow pencil. This is an Hourglass number 6 brush. Is it number 6? Yeah. And so we're just tapping this up here. So I'm going to have to go back and reapply my brows a little bit. That looks nice with the blue. I can say this is not my favorite look, only because it's blending into this shade, and so it's just looking like the same shade. But I do like the look though, and that's the thing with when you have shadows that are swirled. It's like, what color is it? And what I should probably do is put a note in here what the shades look like. But then I think as I use it a few times, I'll just kind of know. Like I knew that the one with a lot of the blue was going to be blue. I just thought this one was going to be more like a pale gray, but it does, but then it has black and red in it. So it'll be a learning experience. And you know what? I'm not going to write down what it is. This to me will be like the Mothman palette. I don't swatch out those shades before I use them. So how the look comes out is how the look comes out. And we do always make it work. So that's the thing. That palette being mostly dual chromes and multi-chromes, I just put them on and just be like, what we get is what we get. So I do like the look. It's definitely different for me. But look at this palette. This palette is different. So how is the look not going to be different? You know what I'm saying? So for a lower lash line, we're going to take this on the first half of the lower lash line. And I don't know why, because it's gold. So I don't remember if this is more orange or black, because I want to put this on lower lash line. Let's start with this, the outer corner of lower lash line, and see what it looks like. And so we are going to just swirl around, and we are swirling the edges too where the orange is. And this is a Fenty 220 brush, is it? Yes. So we're going to start that over here, and we're going to just put that right there. Oh, that's nice. So we're swirling, we're getting the black, we're getting the orange, and we're going back to the orange and to the black and into the center, tapping off. This is a very interesting palette. I am glad that I have it, because it's exciting to me, because it's like, I don't know what these colors are going to look like. I don't know what the look is going to look like, but it's going to look like something, and we're going to work it out. Oh, and I like how this is coming out here as if I didn't put it out there. I am so weird. This is making me want to do a red eyeliner for upper lash line, because this is coming out like a reddish. How come this line is straight and this line isn't? Because I'm doing it. That's why. But I'm liking this. I am really liking this. And so now the question is, what are we going to put? We're going to swirl around in that same shade. So what are we going to put on the first half of the lower lash line? Because that may or may not mess up the look. But because this whole thing is like funky, but funky in a good way, we can do anything. So I'm kind of thinking this one, because I'm thinking if it's blue, it'll tie in with that. But then, I don't know. So we're going to swirl at the bottom and then come up and swirl at the top. I hope you were able to see that. And we're going to see what this is going to look like right here. And yes, that is, ooh. So we're swirling at the bottom, going across, and then we're coming up to the top where the gray, and back to the bottom where the good guy colors are. The Chucky doll, good guy doll. This is nice. And so we are overlapping, and we're going to go back with that brush that had this on it. We're not adding more color, we're just putting that here. If you heard that in my throat, excuse me. These shadows do produce fallout, and I don't know if it's just the overspray or the formulation. I like this. Oh, where did I put? Here it is. And I sprayed my face intentionally, because usually with the Scandinavia spray, even if I get fallout, it just wipes it away, because that Scandinavia spray does like seal my face. And so I'm checking for fallout. I'm not seeing any. I am seeing some like right here. I don't know if it's coming through on your end or not, but I'm digging this look, y'all. Oh my goodness. I am wanting to use a red eyeliner. This is the one that I pulled out. This is Phase from Lethal Cosmetics. Yeah, we're going to use this one, because I think, because there's already so much going on with the lid, I think this will help it not be like team too much. And I am looking at the time, but I'm thinking, because the next clips I'm not going to, this is a MAC 210, because I'm not going to go through what's on my face. I think those clips will go faster, and I'm excited. So we're just going to put this on our upper lash line. That's kind of blending in. I kind of had a feeling it, well, I was hoping it was going to show up more. I think I just need to put more on the brush. So let's come back in here I'll put more here. I think this one was a good choice. This is like a burgundy-ish type shade. Excuse me for the shadows. I had a thought to buy another light to put behind all the other lights that's back here. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just calm my troll self down. Because no one's complained. And even I periodically like move stuff around. But for the most part, I think things are okay. No one's complained about the lighting or the shadows. And also, I think maybe because it's so brief when there is a shadow, it's not like half the video is beneath the shadow. So I think that may, oh, I like that. Now watch the other side come out completely different. Because that's what we do here. We do asymmetrical makeup for my asymmetrical facial features. I mean, I do try, but you know what it is what it is. I'm just really excited that those eyeliners didn't irritate my inner rims. I do like how it looks like the triple wing thing. So you see this color here and then this liner and then you see the blue. So I am really digging how that's looking. Oh, I don't have a lip picked out. So I'm going to edit out trying to figure out what lip we are going to do. Did I say the shade of this was Phase from Lethal Cosmetics? It came in the large, in one of the large mystery bags. We're going to wipe off chapstick, pick out a lip, and then we'll come back. Y'all, this is our finished look. So I put on the Lancome, excuse me, Silks Boost Mascara Base. We put on the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. We put on from Sephora Collection number 54 Autumn Wind. And then we took I'm Liking Your Style, and that's this shimmer green that you see just on the center. I am digging it. This is our finished look. I hope that you enjoyed watching me put it together. Again, we used these 4 shades right here. Just, well, for the lid. And this outer lower lash line and this the first half of the lower lash line. And this is what we got, and I am excited for it. Taking a picture. Thank you. I'm excited. I do like the look, and even though these 2 shades blended into each other, they're both still pretty though. And I like how it transitions into the blue. And even though this one blended into this one, I do still like how it looks because it looks like we just took this over and just kind of lightened it as we went. And so I do like the shapes that we created with this look, with that lighter gray and then with the blue gray. And so it's very interesting. I'm super excited. I'm actually liking how the wing shadow looks today. I think the upper lash line liner was a good choice. The lip was a good choice, I think, because I didn't want to do team too much on the whole face because I just really wanted to focus on these shadows. And so that'll be it for this clip. You'll see me in the next one with either Bog Witch or Some Kind of Hatred. And I'm thinking Some Kind of Hatred because I think that'll be a lighter look than Bog Witch depending on which shades that we use. I mean, I really want to use Bog Witch because I know it's going to be dark and swampy. So I'm trying to delay my gratification and get some of the other palettes done. So you will see me in a few seconds. Today is January 10th, Candy Cane flavored and scented chapstick. The face is completely done. Lower lash line and upper and lower inner rims is a NYX retractable eyeliner in white. What else? We did prime the eyes already, so I'm going to just more or less just jump in. But I wanted to show you what's different about this palette. That shade that crumbled, this one that crumbled, these are MAC shadows. I tried to come as close as I could to the color of the shadow that was in here. This one is deeper than the one that was original to the palette. This one that showed up as a topper and didn't even have any color to it on my complexion. This is also a MAC shade. So again, I tried to get as close as I could to what I had. But this does show up as a color. Very faint, but it is a color. So this is MAC, that's MAC, and that is MAC. So we're going to jump in. Just like with... This is very pepperminty. The Polter-Guys. I'm looking at it like what to do. So we're going to do quads. We're going to do this quad, even though this one would be more fun, I think. This one, I think, will be really fun. But I really want to see how this one is going to perform, because it was just kind of one of those flaky kind of things. And so we are going to jump in. We're going to take this shade down here and put this on the inner portion of the lid. And that one does look to have like a bluish tint to it. I should have used a smaller brush. Oh, I'm talking about a bluish tint and it shows up friggin' pink. This is so interesting. I am excited. I'm excited for this palette, but I'm also excited for Bog Witch because that's going to give me the swamp water. And I'm excited about that. Let me know how you guys are doing today and what you're thinking of as far as any new to you makeup, because this is not a new, I think this might be one of the newer ones, but it's not brand new. But then again, I don't know, because they take so long to ship, so it might be new. I don't know. Now we're going to take this shade here and put that on the center of the lid. The first brush was a Fenty 230. I think I might stop saying the brushes because I use the same ones more or less. Hourglass number 3. So we're going to go into this one, and I can hear it. I know you can't, but I can hear it. Yo, I'm excited. For the first time in a long time, this feels gritty going on the lid, but it is going on very easily though. Another monochromatic look. What is happening to me? For the first time in a long time, I cooked a Cornish hen today in my air fryer, and it's ready to be eaten. But here I am doing a video. This is pretty, and I was wondering how we're overlapping with the first shade, like how this is going to look next to the first shade, or was this more going to be of like a brow bone? But I think it would look nice also as a brow bone. I do think this is going to be a funky kind of look, funky in a good way, because we have the white underneath, and I'm not sure what we're going to put underneath, but now I'm thinking maybe a purple. I pulled out a white liner for upper lash line, but now, like, I don't know. So we're really going for it with this palette, and I think palettes like this does call for just do something different. We're taking the Esom V27, and we're going to go into this shade, and if that doesn't work, this is very soft, and it is moving in the pan. Surprisingly though, it's not messy in the palette, like how some shadows, when you use them, like it wants to pop out of the pan, and you see how it's like chunking up. But some shadows, when you even close the palette, when you open it, that shadow is just everywhere in the palette. Like this one isn't like that. And this is the shade that looked to me like when I tap off, it just taps off. So I'm not tapping off a lot because I want to get it on. Let me go back to what I was saying. This to me looks like the crimson shade from the Pat McGrath Sunlit Seduction palette. Excuse me for that sniffle. At least it wasn't a hiccup, belch, or gurgle, right? But the video ain't over yet, so we might. This does produce fallout, this shade. I don't know if I would use this shade often, just because of how, even though it went on and it wasn't like the worst ever, but knowing that to me is so close in tone to the crimson shade from Sunlit Seduction, I can just use that one. And that one with this same brush dry, it did just glide on. And so just for ease, I don't know if I would keep using this shade. But you see it does go on. Of course you can use your finger, you can wet your brush, but also because you see how it's chunky in the pan, and when I tap off, a lot of it taps off, and so I'm not tapping off a lot, which is why it's falling out on my face. And so I know from using other textured formulas, specifically the Pat McGrath ones, the chunky or the flaky celestial shades, you have to get the chunk on and then, you know, smear it. So I do know that, and so it is working. I think it might depend on how much work I'm wanting to put into it. But knowing that I have another shade that looks almost just like it, I'm like, I'll just use that shade. And those pans are larger than this, and so it's not an option to remove this one and put in the one from Sunlit Seduction. But you see it shows up, it's there, it's nice. This side had less fallout because I did tap off more than on this side, but it's an easy look to do. You see it didn't take long, but y'all know I just want stuff to be simple. I don't like a lot of mess, and now, you know, I need to do something with this, and so I'm just going to tap it into my makeup trash, and because I don't want it to be inside the palette. And a lot doesn't even like flake off when I tap it into my makeup trash, which is really good. So even though it's flaky, it does adhere to itself and it stays in the pan for the most part. And even pressing it with my finger, like it doesn't really come up. Like, so it's flaky and it's messy as you use it. At the same time though, it does stay in the pan once you get it back in the pan. And just clean up before you close the palette. And as I said, like when I closed the palette, moved it around, had it here, there, had it sideways, up and down, just because of how I store stuff. When I opened it, it wasn't messy. Like some palettes, when the shadows are flaky, some of the Celestial shades and the motherships, when you open them, it's just like powder everywhere. This shadow does not do that. So that's a bonus for that. Now we're going to take this shade, which is a MAC shadow. I'm hoping this isn't too dark, but we're going to find out. But since this is one of those kind of looks, we're just going for it. So this is supposed to be like a spooky theme kind of type. Oh, I like that. Yeah, so we're just going for it. And I do think this look fits the aesthetic of the palette. And I am liking it. This is my first time using it. But as you see, like everything is showing up. Granted, this one is not original to the palette, but I think it was a good swap for that shade that was in here. Because that one I think was lighter than this. And so I do like the tone of this one. We did only put a tiny bit. And I did put a label on the back of the shades that I swapped. so I remember what they are. Yeah, so I didn't tell you the names of the shades because it is on the back, and I do kind of want to keep moving because we still have Bog Witch to do, and maybe roll back around to this one. No, we're going to roll around hopefully back to the Polter-Guys, or just do another video like this one and use all three of them again and have that in one video. So I'm liking how this is looking. This side is looking more blended here, and so I'm not sure what to do. So we're going to take the brush that had the purple shade on it. We're not adding more on here. There is some still there. So we're just going to pat this a little higher up. And I know my brows are not even. My facial features are not even. Oh, I think that looks better. This side, I think we're going to take the brush that had that red shade. And we're going to just tap here. We did not add more on here. Just to bring that a little further up and to blend it a little further up, because this side, well, they're different shapes, and I think they're just going to be different shapes because I am not putting more of the shadow on this brush. Very easy, very simple. Now I'm rethinking what to put for, I think I still might do the white for the upper lash line. So what are we going to do for lower lash line? We could just do this one. We're going to do that one. And I don't even remember if that's what I was going to do in the first place. But yeah, we're just going for it with a different type of look here. This is a different type of palette. Very light and ethereal because I know I like color. But this is different. I like it. I am looking at this up here thinking I do want something darker on my lower lash line. But we're already here. We're committed. This is what we're doing. Every lower lash line doesn't have to be dark. Like, who am I saying that? I do like the shift in there because I am seeing the pink. Even though in here it looks like it might be like a I don't know, I'm not good at describing colors. But this is very different for me. We're still going to do the white because it'll tie into underneath. This is very different for me. I'm just like, what's happening to me? But it's exciting doing something new. And I'm looking at this look thinking I can do something similar to this look with the motherships. This is a MAC 210 brush. This was a Fenty 220. This one that we use for up here. And also, let me not add shadow to it, but we're just going to buff under here. This is the Hourglass number 6. Their blending brush. So we're just going to buff this. This is wet right here. I can feel it. So this is definitely different for me, but it's not an unusual look. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm the one that picked the shades to use for it. So if there's any fault to be given, it's for me for picking these shadows to use for this particular look. Oh, the thing I noticed about this one, the white one, it is extremely creamy. And even though with this MAC brush, I am able to get a thinner line than most other eyeliner brushes I have, because this white is so creamy, when I look up, it transfers. And I noticed that in another video, there was like a white mark up here. And it's just very creamy. So even though I can get a really thin line with this brush, with this white one, I'm not able to because it just spreads. So I don't know what to do. And I don't want to look up because it's going to transfer, I think, because it is such a thick line. Yeah, this one is the creamiest of all my Inglot eyeliners. This line is thinner, but this just came out super thick. And I need to remember to start my liner here versus in the inner corner, because you see it's like a blob right there. And like once it's there, it's there. It's not much to do to fix it that I know of. And you see I did not even double dip for this to come back for the outer corner. Like this one is just super creamy. And so, oh, this is different. This is way different. I do want more color. We're going to put on the Lancome Silks Boost Mascara Base. Where are we for time? 13 minutes. We're doing good. I did pull out the free liquid lipstick that came with this because I think that will go well with this look. We're also going to put on the Fenty Hella Thick Mascara. That's the only mascara I have open right now. And I'm waiting for it to be over so I can open up something else, because all of my mascaras at this point are black, and so I don't want to have open like 3 or 4 black lipsticks. Yes, the ones I have do perform different, but I still don't want to have open a lot of black mascaras at one time. I really like the Hella Thick because it is thick, and I do have a full front, so I have quite a few mascaras waiting to be opened, but I want to use them up, so that's why I'm just using like one at a time. I did use I like this mascara. This is traveling down. This eye is leaking. You see that? Like it's just leaking into the crease. Not into the crease, but into my wrinkles. I really do like this mascara. I like the other ones I have too. Oh, I know I was going to say. I used the Pat McGrath primer and the Pat McGrath foundation today. I wear shade M18. That foundation, did I say mascara? Pat McGrath foundation. It trips me out because it is the exact shade as my forehead. And when I put it on, like I cannot see it. I can see it on this part of my face, but like my chin and my forehead, like it's completely invisible. Like that is a perfect shade for me. It is very sheer, so I did, I think I used 3 pumps, and I put more here because I have a blemish, and I did the whole thing with the ESOM and the Fashion Fair, and Sigma blush, Sigma bronzer, matte blush, Radiant Light from Hourglass. So we did all the things. Scandinavia spray. I like this better with the mascara because now it's not so white underneath or up top, because you're seeing the white through the mascara through the lashes. I like this a lot better. Sometimes like mascara makes a huge difference. So we're not going to wipe off chapstick. This is, I'm liking your style. And I do like the look, but it is very reminiscent to something I've done with other palettes I have. But again, I chose the colors because I didn't know what to do with the palette. I didn't want to overthink it. So I just said we'll do like we did with Polter-Guys and do quads. I really like this lipstick, and I'm really considering. I know I said the other one was going to go somewhere, but I'm considering keeping it. And I know y'all are like, girl, you got us all hyped up for the lipstick. But I'm not sure yet, because one thing I'm doing with my Radical Declutter is also going through my backups. Because if something's lasting like 2 years, when am I going to get to the backup? Especially if I have a backup of the backup. And I purchased backups before I really realized like how quick I go through some things. Like the Estee Lauder foundation, the PAO is 24 months. If I'm just using that one, I will use it in like a year and a half. With rotating it with other foundations I have. So like how many backups do I need if it's taking me like a year and a half to get through a foundation? A Fendi foundation, I get through that in like 7-8 months. The Pat McGrath one is lasting me, well, when did I get the Pat McGrath? I opened this in June. This is January, so 6 months, and we have this much left. So I would probably use that up in a year. But yeah, the Radical Declutter video, I'm going to do it as a live, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited because I know some of y'all comments are going to be like, girl, you done bumped your head. But I'm hoping it'll help you think about, you know, your purchases and what you have and what you actually use. The same as when, you know, I do the haul video. Just giving you something to think about, or what my vision is for what my relationship with makeup is going to look like this year. So this is the look, y'all. Let me know what you think. It does look like a Pat McGrath look, like for real, for real. But it's very pretty. It was very easy. You saw it did not take us long at all. We used this quad here. Keep in mind, this shade is not original to the palette. This one surprised me because on the inner lid, it turned up pink. And the same with from the Polter-Guys. Like these two shades did just kind of blend in together. Like, yes, this is lighter. Not that one. This one is lighter than this. Putting them next to each other, like they look the same. But if you want a light ethereal look, these 3 shades, I'm not counting this one because that's not original to the palette, but these 3 right here, quick, easy, simple look, is very pretty. I do think the white liner was a good choice. Loving the mascara. I'm loving what we did with the lower lash line because it's not my usual, not liking it because it's not my usual like swamp water or whatever, but just a nice, simple, easy look for those of you who like the lighter looks. And I do think it's a good choice with this lipstick. And I do think this is a good color for like all of these palettes that I purchased from them. I'm going to go, you'll see me in a few seconds with my first look from the Bog Witch palette. We're starting with Sugar Cookie Chapstick. We're jumping right in. The face is done, sprayed, foundation, bronzers, a bronzer as a blush, and a blush as a highlighter. Brows, of course, I have everything laid out. This is what Bog Witch looks like. This is going to be swamp water. I haven't been getting much sleep. I didn't put on concealer, but it's going to fit in because we going grungy. We are going grungy, and I'm excited as hell about it. So the first shade, I was thinking just to do a quad since we've been doing quads, but then I'm like, where's the fun in that? But we're still going to do quads. We're going to, well, no, we're not. We're going to take this shade here first. Is that the one I was going to do? Stuff looks different when I hold it up for you to look at than when I look at it like this. Hourglass number 3 brush. Lids are primed. And I am rushing. That's pretty. Oh my gosh. Because this video is hella long, as you can see. So thank you for bearing with me. Let me know, though, if you were as excited as I was about these 3 palettes. You saw how everything applied well. So this is kind of like my overall thoughts right now which I don't think are going to change. Everything did apply. Everything went on. Not a lot of mess. Some shades, there was some, but not anything that's a deal breaker. So this is where we are right now with this. We're going to put that brush down, take a clean one, and we're going to go into this shade right here. So we're doing a gradient, something in my eye. Lower lash line is number 14 Shimmer Khaki Green Sephora 12-hour retractable eyeliner. That's also on my inner rims, upper and lower. And so we're doing our gradient thing here. So yeah, all of these looks have been monochromatic. I'm excited to roll back around. Oh, look at this shimmer. And I'm not all about the shimmer, shimmer, high shine, but look. Oh man, that's this one. Wow. I'm looking at a mirror back here, like that is nice. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to put just 3 shades on the lid or 4? Because since I'm kind of stopping here, I could put 2 more. And I know some of y'all said I have a lot of real estate, but that's because I faked the mobile lid. The mobile lid is only right here. Taking it higher up gives me more room to put more colors. Wow, I think, oh my gosh, as if I don't have enough greens. This is cute. But we don't want cute, we want grungy. But these darker shades, oh, I'm excited to get to it. Oh my gosh. So I'm just feathering, starting where that first shade is and just flicking it into that second shade. I think I was only going to do 3 on the lid because I only had out 3 of the Hourglass number 3s. Ooh, we're going to take this one next. Oh man, see now what I need to do, I know I said that funny, is look at the green looks that I did with Mission XXX, but I don't think Mission XXX has it green this deep. That's this one. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I'm gonna look at my gallery and see. Oh man, I know I need to do some blending up here, but we have a shade that we're gonna put up there and hopefully that'll blend it. So we're just putting, yeah, we're going to put 4 shades on the lid. So I need to take out another brush or use a blending brush. We're going to feather in between to get this blend between these 2 shades. Yeah, I'm going to need to do something to blend up here because I don't want that to stay harsh. Excuse me. I told y'all I hiccup and gurgle and belch in my videos. This, oh, look at this gradient. Y'all, look how they just, oh my gosh. We're going to go back to the brush that had that first shade on it. We're not adding any more. Where is it? There it is. But we're going to come all the way over because we want to get this blend going. And so that's why we're taking this lighter shade. I think that looks a little better. But we do have, I have a brow arch highlight shade. But I'm thinking of putting this like in between, like this area here. But I at least just want to get this blend going, because sometimes when I put a shade in this area, it will blend the top line of my lid shades, these shades, and then sometimes it doesn't. And I think it just depends on the shadows. And I know I don't do my shadow the typical YouTubers way. Do the transition first, and then your outer corner, and you know, everything blends seamlessly. But I know I do stuff different. But you know what? Even when it's not blended, like this line up here, it fits into the grunge for me. Like, you know what I mean? It still serves a purpose. It's not like, oh, girl. It's just like, it fits. Yeah. So when you see how, looking down, yeah, it does have a blend. All right. Joel did that thing. Let me find another, sorry for elbowing you in the face. Yeah, another Hourglass number 3 brush. I know I got like 6 of them. How many did I use the other day? I didn't wash my brushes from last night, y'all. I have not been sleeping well, and today was a day. You know what? How come I can't find another Hourglass number 3? So we're going to take, I don't want to use this brush. This is a Fenty brush, because I wanted to use, oh, I found one. I see 2. Now that I picked up this one, I see 2 more. And we're going to go into, you see this? Or we could take this one, but no, we're going to go, and that's going to go here. Y'all, look Look at this. And we're going to just feather it outward. We're going to try and go straight, like from the outer corner. It's already like going down. So we're trying to flick upward. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got so excited. Ooh. 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 Y'all. I'm bringing it back this way because this way I can see the lines in my skin where the brush skipped over the skin. So me coming this way is just to get the shadow into the line. Ooh, 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 ooh. This shade is so friggin' rich. And you don't even need to blend in between. Like, it just, oh my gosh. I'm tapping up here and we're going to do the same thing over here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did that go out as far? I don't know. We're going to put Kotora. Because I didn't open up my backup Contemplative State because we have Kotora still, which is close. This is punchier than Contemplative State, even though I do think Contemplative State would be good for this look, though. This one is straight. This one kind of tapers. Do I want to mess with it? I kind of don't. So you know what? Just do this. I'm just messed up. But you know what? I don't even care. I want to make that a little thicker, actually. So we're just going to tap right here as much as we can for there not being any primer right there, really. I just messed this up. Let me try to get... Yo, I got overzealous. I did, because I'm this shadow right here. I got overzealous. And because I sprayed the face, like I can't even, well, I could still like take, I don't think it looks that bad. This side I really love. You know what? This has no space right here, but this side does. Is that this shade? Let's just tap this right here. The tip of the brush. Okay, now, yeah. Wow. Now we're going to take this brush and go into this shade, and we're going to tap that. This is also an hourglass brush, and we're just going to tap that right across this top line, which is already blended. This one is powdery, but it's because I'm like stabbing it, and so the powder is puffing up. The other shadows in here didn't do that because I was swiping with a shader brush. Y'all, this, oh, you know what? This is why I waited for this one to be last, because I knew that I was going to like it because it's swamp water and it's grungy. And I knew what the colors were going to look like. The other two palettes, it's like, I don't know what it's going to look like. We're going to find out what it's going to look like. I'm wondering if I need to blend. You know what? Yeah, I tapped in once, tapped off. And we're just going to just come around. I don't know if this is doing anything. But I see people doing this when they bring out their shadow. They buff around the edges. I don't know if that's doing anything, but hashtag troll is trying it. And usually it's more of a taper and not just a like this blunt, just we're gonna stop right here type of thing. I'm excited. That made it travel up a little bit. So let's just stop right there. Lower lash line, blowing it out. This is an hourglass number. My eyes are feeling kind of itchy. This is an hourglass number 9. This is a dome brush. And we're going to take, we're going to take this shade. This is going to look very sick. Like, I'm sick. Like, seriously. Because this brush blows the hell out. Because it is domed and it's thick. Oh, I need some more of that. Like, right here. And I am going lightly because this will bring it down, like, into my wrinkles. And that's where it starts to look sickening. Oh, I like it, though. Oh, my gosh. Let me know if you like these sick looking looks. And not sick like, oh, that's sick, like it's a good thing, but sick like I'm really sick. I do like that look though, and it is a vibe. It is a vibe, depending on what population you're around, what demographic you're around, what event you're around. Like, it is a thing. Oh my gosh, this is nice. So we are, as you see, bringing it over here. Wow. And I thought about putting the green up top, but I'm like, everything else is green. Oh, I like this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Put these 3 brushes away that we did not use. We're going to take a thin brush, and we're going to take this shade. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades. 7 shades. We didn't use that. Yeah, we did, because we did inner lid, second half of the lid, third half of the lid. Did we do this one or this one? Let me keep going. I don't remember. We're going to take this shade up here, this really bright one, and we're just going to pop that right here. Oop, I went over my eyebrow. Does anybody care? Does anybody care that I went over my eyebrow? So that's just going to go right there. Oh my gosh. So I think we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7. But we used 7 shades out of the 9 in this palette already. Y'all, oh wow. Thank you for being here. I know this video is long. Troll, your video has been long for the longest time now, so I don't even know why you keep saying that. I hear y'all. I know somebody's saying that. Excuse me. Ooh, that one was coming up like, ooh. We're going to do a green lip. Y'all, look, we going green. This is Dark Forest. We are going to edit out, because this video is long. We're going to edit out putting on Kotora from Melt Cosmetics. We're going to put on the Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, the Hella Thick Fenty Mascara. We're going to put on Dark Forest. This is number 29 from Sephora collection. And we will be back. I swear this does not look green to me when I first put it on. This is Dark Forest. I swear it don't. This is the look we have. I'm excited as all get out about it. Old people usually say that. When I was young, I'm like, what does that mean? But this is what we have. And yeah, you know what? I need to work on winging it. I got overzealous. I did. And you know what? I don't even care. And I do think I have a look similar to this somewhere. So I'm going to look through my gallery. But anyway, this is the look we have with the Bog Witch palette. And I think the under eye came out good. This, though, it fits in somewhere. I love this look. Everything went on very easy, very smooth. You see how everything just blends together. Oh my gosh. Let me know what you think of these looks. If you have the Polter-Guys or some kind of Haunted or Bog Witch, let me know your thoughts on them. And we're going to roll back around, maybe do another 3 look video, do a second look with each of these. This one we did almost use all the shades, but I'm excited about it. So I'm going to go. This video was long. Thank you so much for being here. And that will be it. I'm so excited. This look, a purple look would have looked nice too. I'm not going to babble. Don't start, troll. Don't start babbling. Okay. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, and hiccups. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Lots of links down below. Like, subscribe, share, join, all of that good stuff. And did I say self-acceptance and self-love before I said hiccups? Y'all will see me soon. Thank you.